know, my mom, we have the argument going on right now because she thinks enough is enough, but I, on the other hand, I'm trying to continue building up the brain. So right now in St. Louis, I would say I probably oversaturated the market because we have, how many in St. Louis right now?
Too many.
I was trying to have a sweet pie in every corner of St. Louis, like Mike McDonald's White Castle, but right now I'm concentrating on LA before I move on to me. Right now we got 2 in LA, maybe another one, but we are gonna move on to the other areas. And for oversaturating the market, my goal for this is for us to be the first African American national food chain. Now I don't know if that's gonna be big restaurants like Sweet Pies or small restaurants like TJ Sweet Pies, but I look at the Chinese restaurants, they're national chains. Mexican restaurants, they're national chains. There's every type of national chain food is represented except for African American or soul food restaurant chain does not exist, and I just question why. And every time I talk to someone in business, in the business, they always give several reasons of why it does not exist. So I believe it can be done. I think we can be the ones to do it. Before I went to prison, we didn't have the restaurant. There was no Sweet Pies before I went to prison. So when I come home, 10 and a half years later, as this restaurant, and it's thriving, but I really didn't want to, come home and work in the family business. That wasn't in my plan. So I enrolled in school. I was going to college, and I tried to get jobs everywhere else. McDonald's wouldn't hire me. No Burger King, Home Depot, Walmart. Every place was no. So I eventually went back to the restaurant and started working with Mom and started pouring myself into it. And then someone I knew from prison was coming home from prison. I said, okay, this guy's a pretty good guy. I talked to Mom about it. And she said, well, come on, let's let him work. And that's how it all started. People coming home out of prison back in Missouri that I'd have been locked up with. You got guys that have been in prison 20 years, 30 years, and then, when I went to prison, weren't any cell phones. There was no worldwide, web, no internet, none of that stuff. So when you're coming home, it's just a totally different world. It's like no one really could help, they don't prepare you for that. So we kind of, what do you call it, rest home? What you say? We became a rest haven. So we became a rest haven, so the people, the word got out, hey, go to Sweet Pies, get your job, till you find something better. And that's what I all got started. Guys I knew I was in prison with, and I knew they were pretty good people in there. They can follow rules, stay out of trouble in there, they can come. It's a shame that you can tell somebody they're not good enough to wash a dish, or because they have a pass, or they can't take the trash out. And that's just, it's sad, but that's how it is in our society today with that felony on your back.
And a lot of people, when I used to go visit Tim, there was a lot of inmates that hadn't even had a visit in years. Their family, wouldn't come and visit because they were consumed with their lives, and some of them didn't even have transportation. So sometimes I would take their family members, drive them up there when I would go see Tim. And so, being from the Black community, I've had brothers that were incarcerated, and not my family, but I saw other families keep going back when they come out. They couldn't find no job, so they kind of did the same thing that got them in there. So this was a part of us deciding to second chances, and that's what we call it at Sweet Pies. We give second chances.
The situation was very different because I was 17 when I went away, and most of the times when you're that age, they have things they call kiddie camp, so they got different levels of prison. But by me being so big, they sent me to the big boy camp, right off the rip. So a lot of guys looked at me as their opportunity to breathe on. They breathed on me like I was their son, that they didn't have opportunity to raise themselves. So I had 10 years of plenty of men who looked at me as their second opportunity, to give back to the community, or give back and be something that they couldn't be. So when I came home, I remember that, and all those good. Everybody's done some bad things in life, but you still got good people back there, no matter what you've done. So it made me more serious because I was walking for those guys who couldn't leave with me, And when you do that much time, it kind of it's always in the back of your head, So you got guys that most of the time the system is set up. You first get in trouble, they give you 3 or 4 years. Now, people don't realize prison is hard, but it's not that hard. You can sit in there every day if you want to, play basketball, lift weights, read newspaper, you know, you can play chess every day, you know. And you look up 2 years go by, you got a six pack, you going back home, you know. So it hasn't really, it didn't really hit you. But when you hit that 7 year mark, 8 year mark, I mean, cousins dying, you know, kids don't know who you are. When you come home after a stretch like that, it's totally different. So there's not a lot of opportunity. They don't teach you. They don't prepare you for being out and making it.